Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I think that you are all well, staying at home and enjoying my class. This is my another initiative with the newcomer, especially the students of 11 and 12. Today, I will deal with your English first paper. I want to welcome you in my class. Hope you are enjoying a very good time and maintaining all the social rules that is very important to obey to keep yourself safe and sound at home. So let's start our class. Today we will discuss from your Unit 4 Human Relationship. Unit 4 Lesson 1. Our topic is Etiquette and Manners. These two terms are very important in our day-to-day life also. For practical life, we need to know what would be our sweet approach and what manners should be applied in hot cases. That's why etiquette and manners are very necessary to understand and to apply in our practical life. It makes our life very smooth and pleasant. That's why we need to practice it at our home and in our real life situation. At the very beginning of my class, there are some warm-up activity, Number one, what do you think are the rules that civilized societies follow to deal with elders in a family? In every family, there are some rules that we usually maintain to keep a sound relationship with the other members of the family. So, do different rules apply to women and children? Write down your answer. That is, whether we should apply different rules to women and children or not, you should give your answer. Next, in a group, talk about the need for good manners. These are the two things that we need to practice or discuss in a group or individually. So, as it is virtual class, that's why I believe that you will try to write down these things personally, and you can upload it to my videos comment. Whatever, let's start our reading comprehension. Read the text below and answer the questions that follow. First of all, we'll read out the passage and try to understand what are written here, and at the same time there are some important vocabularies that we need to understand and need to learn. At the same time, we have to try to make the use of this sort of vocabulary. Let's start reading out the passage. As a child, you must have been told to greet your elders and visitors to your home according to culture and tradition. At the very beginning, you were treated as a child because you were not still overrated, and that's why you are still regarded as a child, and you are often told to greet your seniors or greet your elders or any visitors that come to your home, because greeting to the others is one of the traditional cultures in our practical life. Next, you must also have been taught to be polite in company and kept quiet while others, especially your elders, spoke. And another thing that we need to know and follow, that while other people are talking, we need not to interrupt them. We should not disturb them. We should maintain politeness and should keep quiet while others talk or spoke. Possibly, you at times grasped such a schooling, but this sort of teaching may not be granted of time to you, but that is given to you for your betterment. Possibly at times you even protested such disciplining. Um, Many of us often show some disturbance or some discomfort while uh, your seniors or your parents try to teach something about your etiquette and manners. But we shouldn't do that, because we have to accept it and we have to maintain it in our practical life. Without maintaining it, our life may become dull or dismal, or often disrupted by some unwanted and unexpected things. So we have to maintain it. Now, suddenly you know that you can't always behave the way you want, especially in the presence of others. There are rules of behavior you have to follow in a company. We are social beings and have to consider the effect of our behaviors on others. As a social being, we have some duties and responsibilities. We need to consider the effect of our behaviors on the others, because if we show any anger to others, they become affected. And even if we are at home and dealing with our family and family members, that is, wherever we are, we should take into consideration that we should not always behave with others in an indecent way. We have to behave in a very gentle or politely, so that our life becomes very interesting, enjoyable, practical, and it may become very peaceful. So, dear students, I think that you all have understood this passage very easily. Here, in this passage, it is told that we need to follow some basic rules in a family, in the society, so that we can maintain a sound relationship with others. Because we have to keep in mind that while uh, dealing with other people, our behavior should be very easy, simple, and enjoyable. If we cross our limit, then something terrible may happen, and it has a great effect on other people. That is why we need to follow some basic rules that we need to provide to our family members as juniors, and we all, at the same time, also learn something from others' behavior. Dear students, I think this is very clear to you, and there are some underlined words here. You see breed, culture, quiet, possibly grasped behavior, delivery. These sort of word or vocabulary you need to try to use it in your writing and in your talking and in your everyday use. Greeting, this is your homework that you need to write some sentences with the underlined words. And let's move next. We have two terms to describe our social behavior: etiquette and manners. These are the two terms that we are going to learn. What is etiquette and what is manners? Etiquette is a French word and it means the rules of correct behavior in a society. The word manners means the behavior that is considered to be polite in a particular society or culture. That is, in these two lines, we have to understand the meaning and effects or importance of these two terms, etiquette and manners. Etiquette comes from French, and the word refers to the actual behavior, correct behavior in a society. And on the other hand, manners means the behavior that is considered to be polite in a particular society or culture. So you should distinguish these two terms. Manners can be good or bad. It can vary from person to person. Manners can be accepted or can be unacceptable. Acceptable or unacceptable. For example, it is bad manner to speak with food in one's mouth. There are some examples of bad manners. If you speak while taking food, that will be very indecent, and that is the bad manner of a person. No one likes a bad mannered person. Remember that etiquette and manners vary from culture to culture and from society to society. That is, etiquette and manners is not fixed. It may differ from one person to another, from one culture to another, and from one society to society. We learn etiquette and manners from our parents, families, and various institutions such as schools, colleges, or professional bodies. This line is very important because we have to know what is the source of learning etiquette and manners. We can learn it from parents, families, and various institutions such as schools, colleges, and professional bodies. There are rules of behavior for all kinds of social occasions, and it is important to learn them and practice them in our practical life, in our everyday life. The manners that are correct in a wedding reception will not do in the debating club. That is, manner may differ from occasion to occasion. That is considered appropriate in a wedding reception may not be considered appropriate in a debating club. Therefore, we have to be careful about etiquette and manners. We know how important it is to say please and thank you in everyday life. These are the things that makes our life very enjoyable, comfortable, and very easy. A few more polite expressions such as pardon me, excuse me, may I, are bound to make your day smooth and pleasant. So, dear students, we have to practice these sort of things, though it may seem to you that it is not obligatory, but I think that these sort of practice will make your life very interesting and to effectively bring about a great change in attitude. And the sole purpose of education is to bring about a change in your attitude and manner. That's why we have to practice these sort of things. Here are some basic rules of etiquette. In the following, we can notice that some basic rules are given here. Respect others' personal space. Don't interrupt when someone else is talking. These are the etiquettes of a man. You should give others personal space, their privacy. You should not disturb others' privacy. Don't interrupt when someone else is talking. Be a helper. Be on time. Don't eat in a public place. Eat politely. Chew with your mouth closed. Stand in cool. So these are the examples of etiquettes. Dear students, I think that you have got clear ideas about etiquette and manners. We will talk about manners in the next class. So keep well till the time. Thank you very much for your kind, patient hearing. I am really grateful to you. Thanks a lot.